Hi, everybody. I'm Eric Rempel. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer for Redwood Logistics, a modern 4PL at the intersection of logistics execution and supply chain technology. I'm excited to be here at F3 to demo our game-changing technology for the rapid adoption of logistics tech, RedwoodConnect. As a modern 4PL, Redwood is redefining how digital supply chains are built, streamlining how shippers integrate their tech, and simplifying how 3PLs and freight tech companies onboard customers faster and more profitably. With RedwoodConnect, we champion an open, flexible approach to digital supply chain solutions. We've been recognized by Gartner in the 4PL Market Guide for our advancements. Want to learn more about it? Go to our website, redwoodlogistics.com, and download a free copy of that market guide. There's a lot of great insights there. It gives a lot of information as to why we built an integration platform as a service for logistics. Hint, it's a huge pain point for everybody. So let's dive in, check out RedwoodConnect, and see our integration platform in action. So we're going to build an integration. Traditionally, integrations are risky and complex, but let's build one here from scratch. Let's say I want to register loads with Project 44 for tracking. I simply go up here, press plus, name a process, go inside, I'm in. That's it. I've got a production-ready API. We specify here that we want the customer to connect to us via API. You could do FTP, AS2, a whole bunch of other methods, and we need to transform their data onto our canvas when it comes through, and then we will go ahead and connect to the Project 44 adapter. That's your integration flow. You can go through and you can click it, you can specify which function for registration, tracking, getting LTL or truckload images, parcel, you name it, it's all built in. There's no coding required. Everything can be done visually, and if your devs want to write transformation code or logic, sure, they can do that too, but it really supports business users building business integrations. You can craft API and EDI connections faster than you ever thought possible. But what happens when our customers send bad data? Because they do that all the time. Well, let's take a look. We've jumped into monitoring, and we're going to take a look at a process, open up the time frame here, and say, I want everything that came in the last week. Say okay, and sure enough, here you go. A bunch of processes that succeeded, but here's one that didn't. Our objective in building this was that everything you need for an integration, design, monitoring, alerting, all of that was in this web interface. And if you spot an error, you can correct it instantly. So you can go and you can take a look and say, help me with this error. Right here it shows right away, there's custom criteria that matched and it says fail. You can even see the response. This happens to have come from MercuryGate TMS. There it is, the word fail. Even the user who set it up, if you go to the design, they specified that if you see that word, they want an error. Again, no coding. You just go in here and specify what you want to happen. It's a non-stop flow of business enabler, letting anyone step in. So who uses our platform, right? RedwoodConnect is meticulously designed to meet the varied needs of different personas in the logistics ecosystem. Leading shippers such as Ashley Furniture, Camping World, and Honda rely on RedwoodConnect for unified digital connectivity between their enterprise systems, logistics software, and trading partners. That's API and EDI. For logistics service providers, where integrations equal growth, 3PLs like RWI Logistics and Forward Air depend on RedwoodConnect for that digital competitive edge. For freight tech frontrunners like Parade, Project 44, Oracle, TriumphPay, RedwoodConnect is the integration solution that they use. FreightWaves selected RedwoodConnect to seamlessly blend Sonar into the TMSs of their major customers like Land O'Lakes and Unilever. So what we're going to do next is we're going to actually jump in and take a look at that use case and see what it means. So when I go ahead and flip here, and you've got OTM, right? It's an exceptional TMS with a powerful planning workbench. Then you've got FreightWaves Sonar, right? An incredible market and analytics engine with insight for our industry. But the problem is for shippers to be successful at scale, they need this information at their fingertips. So they want this information inside of this interface. So what was FreightWaves' challenge? Well, they could say, hey, customers, integrate your TMS with Sonar's APIs and go ahead and do it. They could say option B, right? Redirect Sonar's limited engineering resources for each new customer integration, but that moves engineers away from the product and towards integrations. So their decision, adopt RedwoodConnect to bridge the gap in the space between Sonar and their TMS. The outcome, everything is in TMS from Sonar. So on the right-hand side, or on the bottom here, you can see that the sonar spot rates, contract rates, lane scores, OTVI, rejections, WOW differences on the OTRI, volume, all of that data is right in here so they can make a difference. But now let's see what this power does in the hands of someone building this integration. So if we go in here and we say, let's create a new process, and we want to mimic what we did here for FreightWaves, we create a new process, and essentially we go through and we say, let's have an API, right, that comes in here. Let's go ahead and add a transform card. Let's go ahead and add the call to FreightWaves. We'll transform it again. And then we'll call OTM. That's an integration. You connect these lines, there's pre-usable integration transforms that work, you're connecting to FreightWaves, you're calling back into OTM, and it's all complete, right? So what you've just witnessed right here is a game changer in logistics technology. You can spend a lot of money on your logistics, or you have spent a lot of money on your logistics tech investments, and to get the most ROI and fastest time to value, integration is critical. It's not just a tool, it's a force multiplier for your logistics operations. It empowers you to build, monitor, and adapt your integrations in real time without barriers. Shippers can harness the capability to link every corner of their supply chain seamlessly. LSPs and ISVs unlock a realm of opportunities, enhancing their value proposition, service delivery, and customer satisfaction. At Redwood, our vision for RedwoodConnect is to become the app store for logistics, and everyone here is a participant. Join us in leading the logistics evolution, and together we'll redefine what's possible. Come visit our booth or learn more at redwoodlogistics.com.